You're good to go.
Good shape. Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
We will call this January 5, 2021 meeting of Lawrence County Board of Commissioners to order, our first Board of Commissioners meeting of the new year. Happy New Year. Would all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a brief moment of silence. Loretta, would you lead us in the pledge?
I will. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All please remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Steele-Noble,
here.
Commissioner Vogler,
Here.
Commissioner Bolt.
Here. We have a quorum. I will note that we are being live streamed, which is currently being broadcast to YouTube for public consumption. Right now, it's the only way that the public has to participate in public meetings due to the fact that our building is shut down as a result of the COVID-19 crisis. I will note if any member of the public wishes to submit public comment, they may do so by sending me an email at mboyd@co.lawrence.pa.us. That's mboyd@co.lawrence.pa.us. Well, the signal's not the greatest down here. If I go back up to my computer, pull up my emails and see that the public comment has been submitted, it will be recorded and entered into the minutes as such. Row officer reports and comments today. I'm not seeing any row officers in the audience with us. Public comments, like I mentioned, if you have a comment, email it to me. We'll incorporate it into the minutes. It's no issue. And with that, we'll move on to our bids and proposals. We have no advertising, no receipt, no fiscal reports, no report on quotes. We have a warrant register, our last of 2020 from December 31, 2020. I'll give my colleagues a minute to check that over and take a motion to accept and file the warrant register.
I do see a lot of the small business grants are here on this, so that's good to know that those are being fulfilled. I will make a motion to accept the warrant register.
Do the second.
Second.
The motion is second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, questions on the motion, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. Again, we have our minutes from our Tuesday, December 29th, 2020 meeting. And again, I'll give my colleagues a minute to look those over before taking the motion to approve the minutes as read or make any alterations. I'll note under public comment, or public comment, we will need to change that to where those individuals' names are specifically mentioned. So I would, when the motion is made, I ask that motion include language to change the public comment section of the minutes to incorporate the actual names of the individuals. And that might have been my fault. I might have not forwarded those to our chief clerk, but obviously we can fix that.
Okay. And I'll make the motion to accept with the addition of the names of the 4 residents that submitted the emails.
Second.
We have a motion is second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, questions on the motion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. Up next, we have one written communication today from the Pennsylvania Game Commission, who are applying for use of a Chapter 105 general permit to replace an existing culvert with a new timber decked steel beam bridge over an unnamed tributary to Neshannock Creek. See if there's any more information on this. Doesn't look like there's any information I'd be able to decipher. I will note that various agencies, various businesses, various entities that are doing work throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, when they apply for certain permits, are required to submit notification to the Board of Commissioners in the respective county in which they're working. The permit has been applied for. In the 99% of all cases, the Board of Commissioners has no approval authority or denial authority over that permit. We're just required to be notified.
This piqued my interest because it does reference, and you talked about it here, the game lands in Neshannock Township, which are located off of Valley Road. And again, I've become very curious about this because I've never actually walked back through there. I know there's parking available and people hunt back there, obviously. But now I'm curious to find out where that bridge is.
Right.
I can't picture it. And so that's on my list of things to do at some point, find out where that little bridge is located.
You gonna go hike it?
I might, yeah. On a Sunday when there's no hunting, so I don't put myself at risk.
That being said, I'll take a motion to accept and file correspondence.
So moved.
Second.
The motion is second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Questions on the motion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We have no proclamations or certificates today. Is there any member of staff in the audience that has any reports above and beyond what's already on the agenda? That's shocking. Moving on to commissioner reports and comments. Dan, you're on deck first today.
Thank you very much. You probably know that, but I thought I'd mention that when you get to that point. The only thing I'll make note is for the folks that might be viewing us, and if you're wondering, well, where's the county administrator, Mr. Vanasco? He's here, but for purposes of physical social distancing, I don't know, is the camera picking him up?
No, it's
No.
not.
So I did want to assure people
Right,
that Joe
he's
is here, and as is Vanessa Bayless. But if you wondered where Joe is, he's alive and well.
He's sitting at his first grade desk.
It works.
It works, you're right.
Other than that, that's all I have this morning, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. I really don't have anything this morning other than Happy New Year. And we'll move on to Loretta.
And I would say the same, that, 2020 is behind us and looking forward to a brighter 2021 with all things positive. That's it. There we go.
All right, moving on to the new resolution portion of the agenda today. We have two appointments to the Planning Commission, each taken in separate resolution. The first appointment is Larry Lambo of Hickory Township to the Planning Commission. The second appointment is James Blundo of Neshannock Township to the Planning Commission, followed by a couple administrative transfers. I figure those appointments are pretty straightforward. Do either of my colleagues have any comment on either what will be Resolution 2021
Yeah.
-01 or Resolution 2021-02?
If I may, I'm pleased that both of these gentlemen are willing to continue to serve. I believe they've both been very dedicated members of the Planning Commission, and in my judgment, they've done a commendable job on that board. It's a good board, it's a good, strong board, and they certainly add to that strength. So I appreciate both Mr. Lambo and Mr. Blundo's willingness to be willing to continue to serve again. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's it.
All right, I will note just for, I'm going to continue my practice. That whenever I was campaigning, I made a promise that I would not vote for anyone who served more than 8 years or 2 terms. And while I have nothing personally against Mr. Lambo, does fit into that criteria. To that point, I will not be able to vote for him in accordance with that promise that I made when I was campaigning. But I just want to mention it's absolutely nothing personal. It just relates to to me keeping my word. That being said, we'll do the administrative transfers, which I'll note for this. The law changed in 2018, and we just picked up on it now that we are permitted to make transfers, budgetary transfers, before the month of April now. There's no language prohibiting us from doing that. The 2 transfers on deck today are commissioners from our contingency to our salary of staff in the amount of $1,750. That's due to the fact that salary board yesterday approved 2 pay increases for our administrative staff. There's also a $5,000 transfer from DJ Modi in DJ Modi's office from salary of staff to salary of part-time in the amount of $5,000. That is due to the fact that DJ Modi has not filled a full-time position in that office, and as such is relying on part-time support for at least the short term. And as soon as she does fill her 4th slot, that part-time assistance will go away. But unless there's any questions or objections, I will take a motion to approve administrative transfers A and B.
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I'll take a motion to amend the agenda to allow for voting on resolutions 2021-1 and 2021-2.
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resolution 2021-1. Now therefore be resolved by Lawrence County Board of Commissioners, the following shall be reappointed and appointed to the Lawrence County Planning Commission for the term listed. Larry Lambo, Hickory Township, to be appointed Lawrence County Planning Commission with term to expire December 31, 2024. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion to second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
No.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And resolution 2021-02, now to be resolved by Lawrence County Board of Commissioners, the following shall be reappointed to Lawrence County Planning Commission for the term listed. James Blundo, Neshannock Township, to be reappointed to Lawrence County Planning Commission with term to expire December 31, 2024. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second with a question, if I may.
Sure.
I know, Vanessa, you checked on Mr. Lambo's address.
Mhm.
Did you have the opportunity to check on Mr. Blundo's?
I did not, I just pulled this address from the last resolution.
That's fine, it's fine. The reason I'm asking, I'm pretty certain that Mr. Blundo has moved, but did not move out of Neshannock Township. So I'm wondering, would you be kind enough
I'll double
to check with the voter's office? And we're gonna have to obviously change the address on this resolution. You know, maybe the quickest, shortest
Can
way
you
to
do it
do it,
right
I could
now?
run over and just have them look, if you don't mind waiting.
No,
And that way we
No,
can amend it in if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Okay, let me do that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure.
Appreciate your, no, I'll do it. I need the
Yeah,
exercise.
did you make a second on that?
I did.
Okay.
I did make a second, yes. So if you'll, excuse me, just 1 second.
Sure. Some music.
Yeah.
How's your dad?
I think okay. He was, they admitted him
Oh,
yesterday.
okay.
They thought it was going to be urinary tract infection. Every scan, every test came back. They think he had a cut on his leg over the summer, and it's infected. So they're thinking that that may be, so they're pumping with antibiotics, and they're going to get a physical therapy today to get him up and moving.
Okay.
And, you know, outside of that, I think the antibiotics,
Help.
they did, they did the whole chest, all the organs.
Yes.
were
Everything, that's good.
You know, that way, so, you know, they're trying to figure out what's making him so tired. COVID tests came back good, you know. So,
That was the main thing.
yeah, so, yeah, it's kind of, my mom's going up now, you know, so I'll get to report when she gets up there.
I'm sure he didn't want to be admitted.
I don't think, you know, he's like two different persons. When I was trying to get him up off the floor
That's what
the
you
other
said.
day, he wouldn't, and he'd tell me, I mean, he was worth it, you know, he was so, you know, so, you know, but, you know, my mom said yesterday, you know, because she called me, she said, what should I do? I said, call me, you know, and, you know, he parked right up at that point. You know, he sat up, he was, I'm okay, and, you know,
Mhm.
but, you know, all his vitals, all that stuff was very good. They did the scan, bladders, and all that, everything's good there. So, I think it's right now, just
We got
infection on
Yeah.
it.
So
So,
it's one of those rare days that my
Okay,
memory is
good.
actually functioning. So if you're ready, I can give you his current address.
Would you be able to make that in the form of a motion, amendatory?
I'll move, I'll move to amend
Okay.
Resolution 2 of 2021 to change the street address for James Blundo. The current address for this gentleman is
3218 Sequoia, which is spelled SEQUOIA Drive, Newcastle 16105. He's still a resident of Neshannock Township, just has a different home address. So I'll make that as a motion to amend the resolution. Is there a second?
I will second.
We'll just do a voice vote on that. So the motion is second. Any further discussion? Question on the motion, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. And the resolution is amended with the language in the motion. With that being said, there is a motion and a second on the resolution itself. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. All right, we have no additional resolutions today. We have no ordinances for introduction on the table or final action. Next regularly scheduled commissioners meeting will be 10 a.m. Tuesday, January 12th, 2021 in this room. I will also note that I'm working on scheduling a retirement board meeting. Probably for next week at some point. I guess we need to set a couple of housekeeping items that we've got to do at the final retirement board meeting in December, so that's coming down the pipe. Again, if anybody has any public comments, you can submit them to mboyd@co.lawrence.pa.us. They'll be entered into the record when I go back upstairs and check my email. And I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Motion is second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Lawrence County Board of Commissioners is adjourned.
Very good. Good meeting.
Fast, quick, sweet.
You look puzzled, Dan.
Well, I was waiting. There we go.
Click the red button.
I did.
The second red button. Good hit end.